Hi, welcome to the seller's ShopProp savings calculation with ShopProp. I want to go over this page real quick and talk about all of our services, ShopProp Free, ShopProp Full, and ShopProp Full Plus. I'm going to start out with ShopProp Full Plus, and I'll give you an example of a client that listed their property with ShopProp for $895,000. And so what you'll see is that we have as an example that this is the traditional agent commission, because in the majority of states that we operate in, with the exception of California, typically the old agents are charging a 3% commission plus offering a 3% commission to the agent that represents the buyer. Now, mind you, remember, offering that commission to the agent that represents the buyer, that is important. We know from all sorts of statistics out there that 98% of homes that get sold have a buyer's agent involved. We know that the homes that get sold when they're listed in the MLS, and they have all the buyer's agents in the world out there looking at the home, bringing their clients to it. So it's important. Homes get sold through the MLS. That's 98% of the homes that get sold. It's just a fact. On all the other sites, they operate and they may sell 2% of the homes nationwide. So it's important. So this commission right here is an example of somebody that recently listed their home at $895,000 with ShopProp. They had it listed for a month with us, and remember, they still offered a buyer's agent commission to everybody out there. So they offered a 3% buyer's agent commission. All the offers that we received from other agents were $865,000, $870,000. And the seller wanted to net more money. So they were holding out. Finally, a buyer came through ShopProp, came directly to us. And because the buyer came directly to us, the seller, when we operate in ShopProp Full, means we're representing the buyer and the seller. But when we do that, we don't take the buyer's agent commission. The buyer offered $870,000, but the good news is that the seller only had to pay a total net commission of $3,995. They had a savings of $49,705 in that situation. The buyer came directly to us, and like I said, in most situations, the agent will pocket that buyer's agent commission, or if you're really lucky, they'll give you a little bit of a break, maybe only charge you 2.5% or 2% or something ridiculous. With ShopProp, we simply add $1,000 to our normal commission rate, which is $2,995. And remember, the only way we get paid is when you have a successful close and you can cancel at any time. We don't lock our clients into contracts. If you're not happy with our service, you can go elsewhere. Although we've never found anybody that's been able to list their home with us and then sell with someone else at a higher price. That being said, so here's ShopProp savings. That's how ShopProp Full works. We're representing the buyer and the seller. When we match you up, it gives you the ability to still get that maximum exposure, offer a commission to the agent that represents the buyer. If we also represent the buyer, a buyer comes directly to us, guess what? You don't pay the buyer's agent commission. You net more money. On ShopProp Full, this is where you simply have another agent involved. You don't give us the opportunity to represent both sides, or even if you do, the best offer you get is represented by another agent that has a buyer there. You're going to then, if there's another outside agent involved, you're going to pay whatever commission you offer to the agent. You can offer whatever you want, but if you don't offer the 2 to 2.5 to 3%, typically other agents aren't going to show your property, and you will lower your exposure. Obviously, we'll show you home no matter what commission you offer. So even if you decide to offer less than that, the good news is you'll still get the exposure of the MLS. So this is when in ShopProp Full is when we represent you in a full service capacity. There's simply another agent involved that is also representing the buyer. ShopProp Free is when we don't charge you a listing fee. This is, for example, for somebody that might be listing on a for sale by owner site or a Zillow site. They feel comfortable with handling all the paperwork themselves, and they don't want to be charged a listing fee, but they want the exposure of the MLS, and they don't mind paying a buyer's agent commission. Now you might say, well, why does ShopProp list the property for free? We're hoping to bring a buyer to the property, right? We're hoping to bring a buyer to you. And in this instant, we're going to try to collect. we're going to represent the buyer only, and we're going to try to collect that commission, the commission that you're offering to the buyer's agent. Now, remember this, that even if you pick any of these services, even if you're on ShopProp free and you say, you know what, I want to bump up the ShopProp Full or ShopProp Full Plus, or I want to give you the ability to do whatever happens, that's fine. You can do that at any time. But that's what ShopProp free is. Remember, we're representing the buyer, and if you feel comfortable with the paperwork, we'll list your property, give you the exposure of the MLS for free, and we'll go ahead and represent the buyer in that situation. If another agent brings a buyer, because remember, you're going to be offering a commission, even with ShopProp free, a commission to the agent that represents the buyer. If they bring a buyer, then you would be dealing directly with that other agent. If you wanted ShopProp to go ahead and represent you in that situation where another buyer came, you simply would go up to ShopProp Full. I hope that helps. Please give us a call anytime.